With everything going on in the world right now, discussions of a two-state solution, the wars in Israel, Ukraine, President Biden in Detroit today, not in D.C., getting work done.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. Again, and a lot of Americans saying, okay, when is our leader going to lead?
Yep, and we're going to discuss that
Sure
now. Let's start with our experts to get their reaction on this discussion of a potential two-state solution from the Biden administration. Right now, we have the Senate chairman of the National Iranian Congress and author of Comrade Ayatollah, Amir Farkhravar, and the vice chair of the Center for American Security at the America First Policy Institute, and former CIA analyst Fred Flight. Gentlemen, thank you for coming on American Agenda. We appreciate it.
Good to be here.
Fred, I'm going to start with you here. What do you make of this talk of two-state solution? You were discussing it earlier this morning. Break down what you know the latest to be.
Well, there's two articles in Axios and the New York Times. It says that the Biden administration plans to push for a demilitarized Palestine run by a revitalized Palestinian Authority, and that this will be an initiative that will bring about peace in the Middle East. The problem is Israel has utterly rejected this, which would be part of the historic two-state solution idea. Hamas is not going to agree to anything like this where they don't get to run Gaza. The Palestinian Authority is not going to agree to give up power or to reform itself. It's dead on arrival. This is just pure politics, so Biden can be seen to be doing something. And I think in the end, this proposal will fail and Israel will be blamed. And this is a terrible way for us to treat such an important ally.
Amir, to Fred's point, this is something that Israel has been very clear that they are not in favor of. And I'm just a little bit confused that somehow our president seems to think that he can make the decision. I don't understand that. How will that play with U.S.-Israel relations?
It's because in the White House right now, they are living in a parallel world, and they think their ideology should govern the world, and they are not living in reality. They don't know what is happening over there right now, and they don't know that Prime Minister Netanyahu, he should deal with the reality, with the Gaza and with the Iran-backed terrorists, with Hamas, who are getting training inside Iran by IRGC to come and kill Israelis, to invade Israel, or Hezbollah to shoot the missiles which are produced by Iranian IRGC to them in Lebanon and shoot them to Israel. And when in the people in the White House, they're confused. They are not living there, and they think they can just give the suggestion to them. No, if they want to do something, they should go after Iran, because Iran is the mother of international terrorism right now, the Iranian Ayatollah, not the Iranian people. The Iranian Ayatollah and IRGC. Hamas is coming from them, from IRGC. Hezbollah is coming from them. President Biden the first thing he should do right now is to go and attack them inside Iran.
Matthew Miller at the State Department, he is the spokesperson. Primarily, the takeaway is he's saying Israel needs to do more as he is announcing formal sanction on Israeli settlers living in Palestine who are fighting, who are being violent with Palestinians there. Again, I'm not hearing anything about sanctions on Iran, but again, sanctions on Israelis. He said there are dozens plus 4.
Okay, and right now, I think we're going to continue our conversation with our two guests. Gentlemen, thanks for sticking around here after that. Fred, I want to get to this, a question, continuing our discussion from before here. Is this message and this talk of a potential two-state solution, is this send the wrong message that maybe you get rewarded for an October 7th style attack and then have your people largely support that, which we've discussed here? That's a fact. There's been polls taken. And then you're going to get your own state here. Do you think that seems unfair? And again, maybe it just doesn't seem right.
Before I answer that question, I want to say it's outrageous of everything going on in the Middle East that the Biden administration is sanctioning Israeli citizens, that we can't work this out with the Israeli government. It's outrageous. But you're right. After all that went on with the October 7th terrorist attacks, all these attacks on American troops in Iraq and in Syria and in Jordan and against the Houthis, the Biden administration is coming up with a plan that will essentially reward Hamas and reward other Palestinians who hate Israel with a peace plan, which is their dream come true, except they actually will want even more. They want the destruction of Israel. It simply makes no sense. This plan is dead on arrival.
Amir, I want to pick up on what Fred said there regarding Matthew Miller's statement that Israel needs to do more. It really seems that he's putting, I'll say, the burden on Israel, despite the fact that they were attacked by Hamas terrorists. And now they're putting sanctions on some Israelis who have committed violent acts in Palestinian territory. But at the same time, where are the sanctions on Iran after they have attacked America and killed American troops? It doesn't seem to balance out.
It's, you know, I told you, at the White House right now, Biden and entire his team, they're living in parallel war. Totally, they don't know who is at war with who started which war. The Hamas, the terrorists, backed by Iranian regime, they attacked Israel. And they killed 1,500 Israelis. And right now, Biden is trying to punish Israelis. It doesn't make sense. Iran is going and killing Americans in Jordan. And Biden is just sitting and saying, I don't want to start a war. Excuse me, Mr. President, and excuse me, Secretary Austin. Iran is at war with you everywhere in the Middle East. Just you need to open your eyes and see it and go and attack them to finish this war. We are not talking about sending troops inside Iran. No boots on the ground. Just go and destroy all IRGC facilities, all their nuclear facilities, and then let the Iranian people to finish the job and change the mullah's regime. Then you will see entire Middle East and entire world will live in peace.
Yeah, it's hard to believe here just what we heard, again, harking back to what Fred said here. Gentlemen, we thank you both for coming on and for sticking around and getting things started here today on American Agenda. Appreciate it.
Good to be here.